Hi there, I'm Eddie. Thanks for practicing yoga with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. Welcome everybody and thank you so much for coming. My name is Eddie. If you don't know me, we've got some old friends here today. I see some new friends are here on the list today. I'm so happy that you're here. Before we get into introductions, what I want to do is just take a moment. I'm going to ask everybody to close their eyes and sit up nice and tall. I want you to just close your eyes. I want you to sit up for a moment. And before we do anything else, I want you to take the deepest breath in through your nose that you can. And open your mouth and just kind of make that whispering sigh as it moves out. Do that for me about 3 times. Inhale. And one more time. And exhale it out. Now just allow your breath to relax. Let your eyes close and take the corner of your mouth and just lift it up a little bit. We call it a smile. Don't overdo it. Just gently pull the corners of your mouth up. And with your eyes closed, look inside your body. Look inside your brain. Feel your skin. Feel your muscles. Feel your bones. Feel your joints. Imagine your internal organs doing their job. And see if you can discover, if you can notice, if you can feel the energy that knits the whole thing together. Just can you experience, can you feel something on a subtle level right now? Not thought, just on a subtle level. Very good. That's where our class starts, with being able to feel and understand and recognize that you're an energetic being, and then being able to deliberately manipulate, deliberately move that energy. We're going to work with that today, of course, a lot. You're welcome to open up your eyes. Again, my name is Eddie. I'm so happy that you're here. If anyone is new, I always encourage you, please go at your own pace. Don't do something that's going to feel bad in your body. Please go at your own pace. You're welcome to stop. You're welcome to sit. You're welcome to lie down on your back. If you're more advanced than us, you're welcome to do any advanced variation that you like. So this class really, really has to work for you. Before we start our class, what I really wanted to share with you, being that we're coming towards the end of the year, and this is a time when obviously people start to make their resolutions, they start to look forward to the next year. And I know, of course, everybody is really looking forward to 2021, and it already seems like there's going to be a lot of promise, and that hopefully, things are going to change and we're going to move back into a more regular state of life. But we're probably at that point where we're starting to reflect a bit on the past and think about what we want in the future. And I at least know that I have been in that state of mind. I woke up the other night and I had this feeling inside of me, which is a little bit of anxiety and some worry and maybe a little bit of anger or sadness, kind of all these emotions that didn't feel so good. And I said to myself, I don't want this. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel this way anymore. I know we've all been going through our challenges, and we've all probably felt those emotions to greater or lesser degrees as we've been confronting the situations or the limitations of our life in this moment. And I said to myself, I really don't want this. I don't want this in 2021. And then I remembered something that my teacher always says, and I want to really impress this point, and I want you to hear this point. They say that when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And if you switch your focus from what you don't want to what you do want, things will move a lot more slowly. So I said to myself, if I don't want the anxiety, I don't want the fear, I don't want the sadness, I don't want the anger anymore, what is it that I really do want? Where is it, if I shifted my focus, what is it that I really do want? And the answer came so clearly to me. It was 3 words. It was radical self-acceptance. To get to this place, to get to this point of complete acceptance, appreciation, love, acceptance of where I am right now, acceptance of where I am. There's so much pushing against in saying, I don't want this, I don't want this, push it away, push it away, push it away. And the moment we acknowledge what we do want, I want to be in a state of acceptance. We start moving into a flow. And then I say, what does that feel like? Well, it feels like love. It feels like absolute unconditional love for myself. It feels like peace, just being able to be like, I'm okay with where I'm at. Things are okay. I'm okay with where I'm at. It feels like relaxation. Like I don't have to worry. It feels like relaxation. It feels like a sense of ease, being easy about life, just accepting, being easy about life, not pushing against, not pushing against. There's so much resistance in pushing against. There's so much energy that's spent pushing against. So what I want to suggest today is whatever it is for you, if you want to be in a place of just complete and total self-acceptance, if you want to be in a place of love, if you want to be in a place of joy, if you want to be in a place of happiness, let's put our focus in that direction. We all know what it is that we don't want. I really want you to ask yourself the question, what is it that I do want? And open the gates to flow towards that. As opposed to trying to hold back what you don't want, just turn and flow with what you do want. Okay, that's my goal for 2021, to flow in the direction of I want, stop the resistance as best as I can, but even accept myself when I'm in a moment of resistance. Let's bring our hands together. So what is it that you want? Have you thought about it? It doesn't have to be specific, right? Self-acceptance is not really that specific. But I know I want to be in a place of love. I know I want to be in a place of peace. I know I want to be in a place of greater ease, greater flow. Hands to your heart. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold that breath in. Now just stay there for a moment. Let your shoulders relax. Imagine that there's a cracking, there's an opening in your heart. There's a light that begins to shine through. And exhale all your breath out. Let's do that again. Inhale slowly. Now again, as you hold it, give a gentle squeeze to your whole body. Get that chest lifted. Open it up. Let the light start to come through. And exhale. There's nothing to push against right now. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale. So good. Let's chant the mantra Om. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Again, inhale. One more. So good. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Let's get ourselves onto our hands and our knees, and we'll begin to move there. You know, being in yoga is a perfect place to start practicing a little bit of self-care, a little bit of self-love, a little bit of self-acceptance. You might be able to do everything, you might not do everything, but you're perfect just as you are. Inhale, lift your chin and your chest up. Exhale, round your back. Let's go back to child's pose. Inhale, come on forward. Exhale, round and go back. Good. Do that about 3 times more. Inhale forward and exhale back. Find your pace now. I'll be quiet. Keep moving. Very good. Now, everybody, get back up onto your hands and your knees. For those of you who have any shoulder issues, please be careful with this because it actually gets quite deep quite quickly. I'm going to take my right arm across the front of my mat like that. Just put my head down on it. Take my left hand and walk it forward. Now, the more you're going to walk your hand forward, the more intense, obviously, the stretch is going to become. So you don't have to go that far forward. You could even bend your elbow. But I want you to kind of find that balance between inching your hand or centimetering your hand forward and pulling your hips back just oh so slightly. Make it your best, deepest stretch. Armpit, all the way down through the ribs, the belly, left shoulder. Let's go to the opposite side. I'm going to take my left arm across my face and take my right arm down. Good. Take one more. And then slowly come on back. Okay, let's get into our first downward facing dog. Take your hips up, take them all the way back. If you'd like to be in a child's pose, you could do that. You could stay on your hands and your knees. Otherwise, let's get ourselves to downward facing dog and just explore it for a moment. Whatever that means to you, maybe it's walking in place a little bit. Maybe it's shifting your hips side to side or bending your elbows a little bit, shaking out your head. I'm just going to be quiet for a moment and let you breathe. Now, for some of you may really witness that your mind activates right now. And that's okay. You could be in a place of total self-acceptance of that, not trying to push it away, just acknowledging that it's there, taking a breath, being at peace with yourself. Even when you're upset, being at peace with yourself. When you're distracted, being at peace with yourself. Let's take about one more nice deep breath in and out here, please. And inhale, drop down onto your hands and your knees. I want you to just go back to child's pose for a moment. See if you can lay your forehead on the ground. Extend both of your arms forward and make a prayer pose with your hands. So the pinky side of your hand will be down, the palms will be touching one another. Your thumbs can cross. And just give it about 20 seconds. That's all about unwinding. Take a breath. Feel like you're melting, like an ice cream, scoop of ice cream that hits the warm pavement. Just from the outside in, you're melting. That's good. Let's slowly bring ourselves forward up onto our hands and our knees. Let's do a leg lift. We'll start with the right leg. When we inhale, extend it back, look forward. When we exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale back. Good. Now let's go to the last one. We're going to hold it, extend it back, take it up. Take your left arm and try and find a nice, graceful shape here. Maybe your left arm comes a little higher than your lower back. Maybe your right leg comes a little higher. So you feel that work in the shoulder and in the butt. You got your belly button pulling up. You're supporting your lower back. We take that breath in and down, knee down. Left leg goes back and up. Inhale, exhale to the nose. Inhale up, exhale nose. You're just flowing. You're fluid right now, moving. Inhale and exhale. Be absorbed in your movement. Left leg back, right arm up. Now really find your breath. Find a point either looking in your third eye with eyes closed or looking at the ground and not moving your eyes. Just connecting. Again, feeling that flow, feeling the current of energy through you. One more. Put that hand down. Beautiful work. Downward facing dog. Come on, all the way back. So this is our second downward facing dog. How about a little variation if you can? Let's take the right leg, lift it all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe bend your knee. Roll your hip open a little bit. Move your ankle, move your foot, whatever feels good. Of course, if you're not great at downward dog, you could be on your hands and knees. That would be just fine. Lifting your right leg, holding it up. Anything works. Take one more breath on this side. Now, before we come out of it completely, look forward and try and step your right foot up between your hands. If it doesn't quite make it, you just grab the ankle and you bring it the rest of the way. We're going to sink into a nice deep lunge. My back leg is strong and lifted. My hands are going to come up above me. If you're wobbling, If you feel weak, if you feel distracted, just complete and total self-acceptance of that. Don't push against it. If you feel wonderful, go with it, ride it. Can you add a back bend? Good. Can you feel this shape and then move the energy through it? Move your consciousness through you like water through a pipe. One more breath. Let's take a little twist, nice and basic. Left hand down, right hand's going up to the sky. Make it bright. Lift your back knee up high, lift your fingertips up high. Look up, look down, whatever feels good, and breathe. One more. And bring your hand down, step yourself back. Beautiful. Let's go through our first push-up cycle. So let's inhale, get forward to the top of the push-up. How about we hold that for 5 or 6 minutes? 5 or 6 minutes, everybody. I'm going to go get a cup of tea and I'll be back. You hold this in 5 or 6 breaths. For you weaklings out there who can't hold it for 6 minutes, 6 breaths should do. So I'm pushing down through my arms. I'm squeezing through my belly. I'm trying to make it burn a little bit here. Some of you are stronger. You'll do chaturanga up dog. Here's the variation. Drop those knees. Drop your chest to the floor. Let's take a cobra pose. Hold your back bend for, I was going to say a couple of minutes. Come on, just a couple minutes. You can do it. A couple breaths. So elbows in, shoulders down, heart lifted. Inhale. And slowly come on down. Let's walk our hands back. Oh no, we got to do side 2. Excuse me. Take your left leg, lift it all the way to the ceiling. Caught myself there. Okay, left leg is up. Maybe we're circling our foot or our ankle. You just got to have fun with it. All right, you feel like you're letting go a little bit? Look forward between your hands. Let's get that left foot. We're going to step it forward. If it doesn't make it, you catch the ankle. You bring it the rest of the way forward. Got my fingertips on the ground. Back knee is lifted. Inhale. I'm floating up. Now let's get down into that lunge, please. Really sink down in it. Open your heart. Little back bend if you can. Can you stabilize your breath? Can you make it fluid? Release your resistance. Go ahead and slowly put your right hand down on the ground. Take your left hand up. Go for a nice twist. You know, your breath is always going to be your primary teacher in any pose. It's going to show you where you're holding. It's going to show you where your resistance is. And when you make it your intent to get your breath smooth and soft and even and resonant, finding your way to that breath will find your way to the best expression of the posture for you. So don't try and be deep and lose your breath in the process. Go lighter, establish your breath, and then flow, expand into a little bit more. Inhale and exhale, come on down. Step yourself back. All right, how about we go through one more of those push-up cycles? Inhale, come forward. This time we'll only hold it for 3 minutes or 3 breaths. So some of you are going to drop your knees. I'll show the harder version. You can go down to a hover, turn those feet over, upward dog, straight arms, heart lifted. Hold it for a moment or two. Yes, let that breath in. One more. And come on all the way back. Let your head go. Put your hands on your shins. Put your hands on the floor if you're more flexible. Bend your knees if you need to. If you're tight or stiff in your back, look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Come on down to your legs. Doesn't this feel so good? So good to move again, right? Inhale. After eating way too much food and everything else, look forward. Feels so good to move again. Exhale, fold. How about we do it one more
time. Inhale. Music got me feeling so free. One more time. Come on down into your forward bend. Let your head go. Shake it out a little bit. Let's breathe. In my quest for this new form of self-acceptance, level of self-acceptance over the past couple days, it's meant really embracing those moments when I feel bad or mad or sad or angry or whatever it may be, embracing it without rejecting it, no pushing against, no pushing against. And in that moment of clarity, when there's not resistance, saying, is this what I want? And if not, what is it that I do want? I don't want to be in a state of anger. I want to be in a state of love. When I know what I don't want, I know what I do want. But I can't get to what I do want if I'm pushing against what I don't want. Sweep your arms out. Come on all the way up. Bring your hands down and together at your heart. Now stand up nice and tall. Give me a mountain pose, thumbs against your breastbone. Close your eyes and just for a moment, stand in that state of perfect, radical, complete, total self-acceptance. Feel your body in this moment. Feel yourself standing. Feel any sweat on your skin or warmth in your body. Feel your breath come in and out just like it wants to do. Let your awareness move to the spot we call the third eye point. And through this window, see if you can feel, imagine the energy of your body as if you're a hologram. Just energy, light. And release your hands down by your side, standing up nice and tall. Again, take the corners of your mouth, lift them up just a little bit. You feel the warmth. A little smile. It's like a shot of brandy. Warms you up. Take your right foot, step it forward. I was hanging out with my dad, so there was maybe a shot of brandy. Hands together at your heart. Here we go. Take your arms, reach them out and up. Exhale, hands down at your heart. Let's do about 4 or 5 of these. Expressive. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, down. So not necessarily some form of technical perfection, but expression. Inhale, up. Heart opens. Breath in. Look up maybe. Exhale, hands at your heart. And one more time, we're going to come up. Now we're going to stay right here. We're going to sink down into that pose. So we want to do a couple things. 1, we want to lift our pubic bone, tuck our tailbone under. 2, we want to straighten and strengthen our back leg. 3, we want to not only reach up through our arms, but we want to lengthen the torso. We want to elongate the spine and open the vertebra in your spine and really create space in those joints there in your back. Release any compression. Now, if you've got shoulder issues, you may not want to come all the way into this. Maybe it's hands at the heart for you. Otherwise, hands behind the back. So I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades as deeply as I can and really lift that chest open. Now, knuckles are going down. Obviously, there's a big expansion across your chest. Stay with me now. Breathe. And fill it. Really fuel it. Use your breath to pop the chains. Break the chains. Just feel it. Feel that expansion in your heart. Take one more inhale and exhale. Come on all the way down. Let your head go. Maybe your hands reach up to the ceiling, or maybe your fingers touch the floor. I don't know. Just sink it as low as you can. Maybe drop your shoulder inside your knee. That'll be even deeper. Arms are up. Head is relaxing. Sweep your arms back. Hands come to the ceiling and place your hands down. Step yourself back. you're in downward facing dog. So you know the push-up cycle variations. If you're going to join me, come forward. You could go to the ground. You could hover. You could do cobra or upward facing dog. Easy. Downward facing dog we go. Take a breath and walk back. Yoga is easy. Look forward and inhale. Fold all the way down. Yoga is just a state of mind. Sweep out, come on up. A relaxed, accepting, easy, peaceful state of mind. Hands back to your heart. It's not a pose. You can do any pose you want. You can be in any shape you want. Approximate as best as you can. Take that left foot, step it all the way forward. I don't care about that. I want you to get your mind right into alignment and enjoy that piece. Inhale, take your arms, we come out and up. Again, expression in your movement. Exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, out and up. Exhale, down. All right, inhale again. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale, take it up. Hang out right there. Breathing. My wonderful niece, who's 11 years old, she's so expressive. She's always doing like an interpretive dance, making up an interpretive song. How is it, interpreting her feelings. And you can really do that in yoga too. You can really let the feeling come through you. Let it be expansion, let it be joy, let it be peace, let it be acceptance. Beautiful. Take your hands, reach them behind your back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Everybody, give me that open chest. See how I'm doing it? Knuckles running down my leg. Breastbone popping open. Sink it down. So good. Now we can come forward even. Some of you will put your hands on the ground. Some of you will take your hands, which are interlaced, and lift those knuckles up to the ceiling. Let your head go. Good. We're having so much fun here, right? Take a deep breath in. Place your hands on the ground. Step yourself back. Inhale, come forward. Lower down. Back to downward facing dog. Remember something my grandpa always said, it just popped into my head. We'd do anything. We were going to do anything. And my grandpa would go, oh boy, we're having fun already. It didn't really matter what it was. Say, we're having fun already. It's a good attitude. Look forward, bend your knees. Lightly step or jump to the front. I'm having fun. Inhale. You all are muted, so I don't know if you're having fun, but I hope you are. Sweep out. Come on all the way to the top. Exhale. Bring those hands down. Don't you feel uplifted right now? Stand up tall. Close your eyes. What is upliftment? It's energy that travels in and up. In yoga, we call it sattvic. It moves into you and it moves up. You are a receiver. You're receiving the life force energy and you're channeling it up through your spine to your higher centers of consciousness. Your heart is open. Your throat is warm. Your brain is full. Right? That's what it means to be uplifted. Let that energy rise. So good. I love it. I love being with you today. Inhale your hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Now, we're going to go through a sun salutation. Look to the front, gently step or jump yourself back. Move through chaturanga, go to the floor, leave it off. It's all good. Back to downward facing dog. Lovely. Yes? Yes, lovely. Okay. Let's do something for a little element of challenge here. Try and lift your right leg up parallel to the ground and no higher. You'll let your left heel get nice and heavy. Right leg is lifted. And what we're going to do are some crunches. So when I exhale, my knee's going to come to my nose. Give it a good squeeze. That's one. Inhale back. You can always put your left knee on the ground and lighten this. Exhale, two. Bring it forward. Inhale back. Can you kiss your knee? Exhale, three. Can you kiss it? Inhale back. And exhale, four. Bring it forward. Hold it in that kiss. Hold it right there. Get it as close as you can. Look up between your hands. Take that right foot, step it all the way forward. Again, if it doesn't make it, put your back knee on the ground, pop your foot forward. Whatever it takes is fine by me. Take your left foot, spin it flat on the ground. We're going to start straightening our front leg. Now, you know I love a block for triangle pose. If you're going to use it, I take my block, I stand it up high, right behind the calf. You can put your hands on the block, left hand goes up. Yes, if you can't do that, you can put your hand on your knee, bend your knee a little bit. You can put your hand on your shin, your ankle, maybe on the floor if you're super flexible. I don't know. Take your left hand up. Now just breathe. If you're frustrated because you're tight, or you're frustrated because you're off balance, you're frustrated because you haven't done yoga in a while and this is hard for you, you know what you don't want. What do you want? I want to feel ease. I want to feel energy flowing. I want to feel relaxed in my mind. I want to feel acceptance of my body. I want to feel acceptance of my mind. I want to feel peace. I want to feel relaxation. Let's take about 2 more. I can keep going here. One more inhale, please. This is how you're going to come out of it. You're going to look down at the ground, bend your front knee a little bit. Let's take our back foot, step it forward just a couple of inches. You take that back foot and you're going to turn it in. Now, for some of you, this would be a great place if you've got 2 blocks and you're tight. You put your blocks down, you fold right out over that leg. But if you don't have the blocks, well, you could touch the floor, you could bend your knee. Whew, keep on breathing. So this is a wonderful, beautiful hamstring stretch. Everybody could try pulling their right hip back just a little bit, intensify the length of the right leg, maybe open your spine a little bit. Now we're going to keep that left hand down. We're going to take our right hand, it's going to go up. How about putting your hand on the block again? That could be a wonderful prop for you. If you can't touch the floor and you don't want to bend your knee to touch the floor, then you get a block, you get a chair, whatever, twist. Yoga is a state of mind. One more, inhale. Exhale, slowly take your hand down. Let's go ahead and step ourselves back. Downward facing dog. Do you want to go through a push-up cycle? Inhale, come forward and lower. Back bend. Downward dog. Yoga is a state of mind. In fact, yoga is a state of mind of radical self-acceptance. When I'm in the state of yoga, I don't care if I can do it well or not. I don't care if I'm flexible or not. Take your left leg up. It's such a good place to be. So free. Left leg up. Now let's do our kisses. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose. That was 1. Again, exhale, squeeze that belly. Kiss your knee. Exhale, 3. And let's do the last one. Exhale, bring it forward. Hold that baby in for just a moment. Look right between your hands. That's where the foot is going. And kaboom, step it up between your hands. Spin your left foot flat on the ground. Begin straightening your front leg. I don't care if you have to stand up and then get into this position, whatever works. I'm going to take that block. I'm going to stand it up outside my calf. Not my ankle, but my calf. Right? Some of you may put your hand on your shin. You may put your hand above your knee or down below your ankle. Whatever. Hands up. So many things you could do with your top arm as well, right? You could bring your arm back if that feels better in your neck. You could extend over your ear for more of a fanned, opening between your ribs and intercostal muscles. You're free. You are free. Take one more. Look down at the ground. Look at the ground. Take your back foot, step it forward. And now we're going to just fold into it. So I took my back foot, I brought it maybe 6, 12 inches closer. I'm turning it sharply in, folding right out over that leg. want you to hang out for about 3, maybe 4 more breaths right there. It's better than 3 or 4 minutes. And for that twist, again, you might want to use a block. Maybe you have to bend your knee to touch the floor. It's all good. Wherever you are, we're going to take the left hand. We're trying to lift it up to the ceiling as we twist. Oh. So, so nice. Take a nice breath here. We're coming out of it a little differently. We're going to touch the floor. Take the back foot, step to the front. Open and inhale. And fold. Sweep your arms out. Come on up. Nice deep breath in and out. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do tree pose, which is a standing balance. I'm going to move off my mat just because it's easier to stand on a hard surface. I've got 2 mats and it's a little wobbly under my feet. So I'm going to stand on the wood floor. If you're on carpet, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but do the best. You can always hold a wall or hold whatever you need to. Let's take our right foot. Maybe we'll put it up against our calf. Maybe we'll put it up against our inner thigh, like that. I'm going to take those hands, go all the way to the ceiling. You could keep your hands at your heart, or you could fall down. That would be okay. If you fall, come back. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath right here, keeping that focus. Exhale. And release your hands down. You don't need my permission to be yourself, but while you're in my class, let me give it to you. You are free to fall. You are free to be awkward. You are free to be graceful and beautiful. You're free to cry. You're free to laugh. You're free to hollow. That was a bad joke. Take a deep breath in. You're free to make bad jokes. You're free. One more. Radical self-acceptance. Exhale, bring your hands down. Shake those legs out. We're going to make our way down to the ground, and guess where we're coming? That's right. We're coming onto our stomachs. Let's do it through a sun salutation. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. We are now finishing our standing sequence and coming to the ground. Step yourself back. Get to the top of your push-up. Some of you may want to do 5 push-ups before you come down. Some of you may simply want to lower right down onto your tummy and stretch your belly out. Good. Bring your forearms down onto the ground for just a moment. We call it Sphinx pose. I think most everybody knows it. So like the Sphinx, I've got my elbows down on the ground, forearms on the ground. I'm going to pick my chest up, close my eyes. Watch so you don't pinch your neck. You don't have to throw your head back here. Get that breath moving. Ooh, can you feel it? Can you feel the energy moving? Simple pose, lots of movement of energy. Maybe comes through your heart, maybe moves up into your mind, third eye. Yes. Now take your right arm across your mat. See how I did that? Right arm across my mat, propping myself up. Left knee bends. I'm going to take my left hand back. Catch that foot. So I want to pull that foot in, tuck that tail down into the ground, pull it in, tuck. Really get my maximum quadricep stretch there. Oh, relax those muscles. Isn't it funny? Isn't it a paradox in a way that we relax the muscle by stressing it? We go to that point of stress, and then we relax, we soften. Good. So it's about finding relaxation in the midst of that intensity. Take your left arm across. And that's way more potent than just having the muscle relaxed and then being relaxed. If you can find your relaxation
in the midst of that really potent, deep stretch, then you've got something. And you got a skill that you can take with you. There's nothing to fight against. You just want to flow. Deep breath in and out. And we're going to let that leg go. Everybody put your head down. If you ever need child's pose, you just go back and rest on your heels. Just let's come on down for a second. Let's take a breath in and out. We really haven't paused much. Maybe your head's on one side. Maybe you're kind of feeling the hard ground beneath you and enjoying that feeling. Good. You can imagine the energy flowing through a wire, like in your lamp. Bend your knees. A really fluid, clear movement of energy through that wire, electricity through that wire. I'm going to catch my heels. If you can't catch, I'm going to catch my feet. If you can't catch your feet, you could do a cobra pose again. You could do a basic little gentle back bend there. But those of us that can, we're coming into bow pose, Dhanurasana. Here we go. You're going to inhale, kick and lift. And you're going to exhale, come on down. I don't care how high you go. Inhale, lift up. I just want you to breathe and focus, and exhale, come down. Let's do it twice more. Inhale up and down. And last one, get yourself up. Hold it up. Keep on breathing now. Keep on breathing. Don't stop like the hands of time. I can sing in bow pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale down, all the way down. I've got some friends from college here. That was a song probably from our freshman year, Keep On Moving. Remember that song? Here we go. Okay, let's do a little hip opener. Stretch your legs out. Okay, so I'm going to pull my legs straight, grab those buns, pull them out so you kind of feel yourself on the front edge of your bones. That's important. If you're got too much flesh tucked under you, you'll be in a round. And you don't want that. You really want to kind of be able to get up high. And here's a way to kind of test it. This is a posture called Dandasana. Take your hands, reach them up. Show you my really beautiful expression of Dandasana here. Got that nice 90-degree angle. Now, for some of you, that's going to be extremely hard because you're tight in your lower back or you're tight in your legs. That's okay. Bend your knees a little bit. What I want you to try and feel is the length of your spine, shoulders coming down into your heart. You could also have your hands together. And if the legs are straight, you could do that. That's good. You know what? Why don't we take this into Paschimottanasana? Perfect place to go forward. Exhale right out over your legs. Right out over your legs. And maybe you're going to hold on to the little toe sides of your feet. Maybe you're going to bend your knees. Perfect. Let's take about 3 more here. We're not going to hang out for too long because I've got some other things planned. Excellent. Inhale. Come on up, everybody. Sit yourself up. Okay, this is my left leg that I'm tapping. It's the leg closest to the camera. So you're going to have your left leg be the straight leg as well. We're going to take the right knee and bend it, and then I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left knee. Can you see that? My right ankle just came right over the knee, just very close. Now, some of you might have to do pigeon pose on your back. If you're a little tighter, come on your back. It would be the same thing. Cross your right ankle on your left knee. I'm going to put my hands behind me and recline for a moment. See that? Just recline a little bit. And then I'm going to bend the left leg. Now you can see that my hands are currently pointing towards my butt. And that's what I want for you. Put your hands so they point towards your seat. And then pick your hips up and go forward a little bit. Let's say you've got 6 or 8 inches between your heel and your sitting bone. Then take your fingers, turn it back, and start to kind of walk yourself in. I know we've got some people from Europe here today. I can't translate inches into centimeters, I'm sorry. But you can see, you get an idea here. So what I've done is just really pull myself into a deep-seated pigeon. So I've got my fingers pushing back so that I can really project down into the ground with my arms, lift that breastbone up. Now, if your butt's coming up off the ground, you're too high. So keep your tush heavy. Lift that chest. I want to jump. I want to hurdle my shin bone with my breastbone. Just jump that shin. Jump the shark. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to let that all go, right? Now we're going to do side two. We're going to take the left ankle, cross it right over the right knee. You'll start with your hands pointing towards your seat, 6 or 8 inches back. I'm going to say 17 to 19 centimeters. I just made that up. I have no idea. Okay, bend your knee. But if it's like 2 centimeters to an inch, is that right? I don't know. Okay, we're going to let this whole conversation go now. Take your fingers, turn them back, shift your hips forward a little bit, walk in, walk in. Lift your breastbone. Lift that breastbone, lift that heart. The opposite is that you slump and you close down. You don't want that. You want to go open. Now let's do this together. Let's close our eyes. I'm going to take about 5 breaths, and guess what we're going to do with the corners of our mouth? We're going to lift them, and we're going to feel the sunshine. You're going to feel the energy of a smile, even if it's an artificial or manipulated smile. If you tune into it, there's a brightness that comes as soon as your lips turn up. Lift that breastbone, push it forward, take a breath, take a smile, have a Coke and a smile, take a deep breath in and out. And exhale, come on, all the way down. Okay, now, swing those legs around. Here's going to be the last one that we're going to do from here. We're going to take our mat and fold it over maybe once or twice, something like that, and go ahead and stand up on your knees. Stand up on your knees. So we're going to go for one more back bend, and I'm going to do 2 variations of the back bend. Now, if you have 2 blocks and you're a little tighter in your back bend, a great option is to take your blocks, stand them up at their highest setting, right alongside your ankle bones. That's quite nice, okay? If you don't have that, a really good variation is to take your toes and curl them into the floor so that your heels come up higher. Anything is fine. Start like this. Interlace your hands above your head. This is version 1. Undo your index fingers. Try and pull those shoulders down. Now, you see how my butt is really back? Shake your tail feathers. Tuck your tail under. So you've got the lower belly coming into engagement. Lift the breastbone so that your back bend is focused in your upper back. Can't stress that enough. Don't go far. Go as far as your upper back will let you move, but don't push it down into your lower back. It doesn't need to pinch. Strong belly. Okay, one more. That's your first variation. Release your hands down. Anybody could do that. You could do it again. Or you put your hands on the small of your back. Okay, so see my fingers are pointing out. My elbows are kind of to the side. So what I'm going to do is squeeze my elbows together. Now that immediately puts you into the Mick Jagger there. Okay, so you got to get your tail under. Don't stick your butt out like he does. Elbows in, tail under. In fact, my hands are telling my tail, my sacrum, to go under. And then I'm opening the chest. Maybe you look up. Please don't hurt your back. Some of us are going to take our hands back and reach for our heels or reach for those blocks. It's not a requirement. But I'll tell you this, when you reach back, you've got to push your hips through. Push your hips forward. Pull your tail up. Open that chest. And exhale. Swing on down. Swing it down. If anyone loves doing headstand, you could take a child's pose for a moment and then do a headstand. For those of us that are not going to do a headstand, we're going to come onto our back. And I like to roll.
So if you want to, rock and roll on your back. So you inhale back towards your shoulders, you exhale forward towards your feet. Inhale back and exhale forward. Let's do it a few times. And then we're going to talk about shoulder stand. So for those of you that want to go right into shoulder stand, roll back, support your back, and boom, your feet are up. Okay? For those of you that don't want to do shoulder stand, then I would have you just come down, sit on your hands, and have your legs up to the ceiling. So that would be a good modification. Just get your feet elevated. Right? Maybe you're in headstand, maybe you're in shoulder stand, maybe you're in that L shape on your back. And let's breathe. Let me ask you a question. As you breathe in and out right now, are you at peace with yourself? Do you feel a sense of peace with yourself right now? If you do, it's because you moved into complete and total self-acceptance. Whatever's happening in your life, whatever's happening in the world, it's not influencing your state of being in this moment. If you don't, it's a perfect opportunity to ask yourself how you'd like to feel, accepting where you are. And maybe you'll see that you can let something go. You can still shed something you're holding on to. Or you could take a more deliberate breath. One more inhale. And some of us will come into plow pose, dropping our knees over our head, stretching your feet down over towards the wall behind you. You might hold that. You might just roll down. When we get down, if you're in headstand, come on down. Let's all pull our knees into our body and let's start rolling in circles a little bit. So I've got my hands on my knees and I pull in and go around and push them away and, doing that a couple of times. And then slowly let's go in the other direction. This is good, right? Your eyes are closed. You're not thinking. You're allowing yourself to be peaceful. It's an important word, allowing. It's the opposite of resisting, is allowing. Okay, put your feet down on the ground, take your legs wide, windshield wiper twist. If you don't know it, I'm going to describe it right now. Right foot is on the right side of your mat, left foot is on the left side of your mat, arms are out like the letter T. We're going to take both knees simultaneously, drop them to the right. Your feet are wide. Inhale, come on up through the center, drop both knees to the left. Just the windshield wipers going back and forth. Inhale up, loosening those hips, loosening that lower back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, left. Inhale up. Exhale, right. Very good. Inhale up and exhale left. Now, when we come back to the right, guess what? We're going to hold it. Come on up. Exhale over to the right and stay there. Both of your knees are down to the right. Now, you'll probably notice your right knee is probably on the floor or very close to the floor, and your left knee is off the floor. So what I'm going to do is take my right ankle, cross it over the outside of my left leg. Just the ankle, right over the knee or the thigh right above the knee. And then the weight of my right foot pulls on that left leg. Now that's a juicy, wonderful stretch that comes all the way up into the front of your left hip. You can kind of feel it in front of the pelvis. Now let's take our arms, reach them back overhead. Maybe you're going to grab your left wrist with your right hand and you'll pull the left arm a little longer. You pull the left hip open. You pull the left ribs open. Good. Try and see if you're experiencing like difference in the brain waves right now. Not rapid, not fast and stressed, but just like
a smooth, even wave moving through you. Come on back to the center. Only you can give it to yourself. Only you can deprive it. Drop your knees to the other side. We think other people wreck it for us, but they don't. They only wreck it for us if we give up our own power over our own mind. And true, you might have to walk away and do a yoga class or do a breath or do a meditation or take a nap. It's important to know that you created the way you feel today, and you can do it any time that you want. What do I want? What do I want? Come on back through the center. It's a good question to ask. How do I align with it? How do I allow it? Place your hands down. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Inhale, take those hips up. Give me a bridge pose for just a moment. Squeeze your shoulder blades. This is it, folks. Good. Exhale, slowly come on down. Pull your knees in. Give them a good squeeze. Very nice. Go ahead and take your legs, stretch them away on the ground. Turn your palms face up. I'm going to guide you for just a moment here. Legs stretch away, palms face up. Close your eyes. Maybe put a blanket over you if you're cold. Now, I'm going to say a word, and I want you to notice what color you feel is associated with the word. You don't look for it, just kind of see if a color comes forward. When I say the word love, absolute, unconditional, universal love, infinite love. Now imagine that a stream of that color, like light, maybe it's green or gold or red or whatever color you see, imagine it like a stream of light, a warm stream, and it just pours down, hits you right in the third eye point, right between the eyebrows. And let that color, that loving energy flow into your brain, right through the folds of your brain, just dyeing your brain that color. Through the features of your face, your eyes, your ears, your jaw, your cheeks, your tongue. Loving energy moving through your neck, your throat, and over your chest, and streaming down through your arms. See the colored light moving through you, down through your arms, through your forearms, into your hands. Your hands are glowing this color. Through your heart, your physical heart, through your spiritual heart, right at the center of your chest. Right down through your lungs and your belly and your hips and pelvis. Through your knees and your thighs, your ankles, and your feet. Just be the receiver for another minute. Good. Again, nice deep breath in and out. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Appreciate your body as it wakes up once again, comes back to life. I hope you feel as good as I do right now. I just couldn't feel any better. Couldn't feel more open, couldn't feel more expansive, couldn't feel more loving, couldn't feel more peaceful right now if I tried. Couldn't feel happier than to be with you, to have spent this time together, to have community, to have spent the last 9 months working with so many of you. Come on up to sitting, bring your hands together at your heart. Remember, when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. Instead of pushing against what you don't want, just a little shift of focus. Start allowing the movement towards what you do want. Two sides of the same coin. Which side do you face up? Hands together at your heart. Let's finish with a nice Om. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Very good. Rub your hands, make them nice and warm. Take your hands over your head and down over your body. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.